Never mind.
Welcome to the book club with Spider-Man 52, and today's selector of books was Mr. D-Rump.
Yeah, here's the cover. Venom choking out Scarlet Spider there. There's a back cover if you need that. Dude, I thought I had a raw copy of this, but I do not. So we get tablet vision.
Tablet vision.
So first, I can't really get them on both and have it be clear. All right. First panel is this reporter who is like determined to get a story about Venom. He wants to interview Venom. So he's really, really, hitting the phones here and working on finding out where he is. Gets a tip on where he's at, and he's like, I gotta go get it. I'm gonna go get a Pulitzer. And then all of a sudden, this fella starts talking to him, and it's Ben Reilly. And he's like, hey, I'm new to the city. I don't know how to find Venom. You seem to have some inside tips. I need you to help me out. And the reporter's like, hey, you're not even Spider-Man, but I guess I'll tell you where he's at. And if you beat his ass, I'm going to interview you. He's like, that. So this is where Venom's at. He's sitting up here by this tram thing, and everyone's freaking out, like, oh, it's Venom. He's trying to be a good guy in this story. And during this, this is right around the time of Venom Lethal Protector. He's actually trying to be like an anti-hero, but everyone still remembers him as a villain, so it's not easy for him right now. He just beat up a bunch of thugs. The cops are like, hey, let's beat his ass. And then all of a sudden, he's having some internal dialogue. Ben Reilly flies in and he's like, hey, this is kind of dumb. Spider-Man struggles against this guy, and I don't have any implanted memories of fighting him, so I'm sure it's gonna suck. And then he comes in and just kicks the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Just charges right in. And Venom reacts right away, grabs his leg, drags him down. Ben Reilly kind of breaks it with some web, and then Venom's like, hey, give me a hug. I'll hug your spine. Which is weird because they show his spider sense going off in 2 straight panels, but it's not supposed to work with Venom, but technically Venom never was on Ben Reilly, so that might be an advantage for Scarlet Spider here. But yeah, he's like, hey, you move like him, but you're a fake. I'm gonna eat your brain. And then he just slashed the hell out of him.
Yep.
Yep. And he's very, very he's doubting himself, and he's severely injured. He's like, yes, I'm a fake. And then he's like, yeah, well, you're gonna have to die. And then all of a sudden, what's a scream? She comes out of nowhere. Yeah, she comes out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, listen here, we gotta have a chat. And he's like, nah, I'll kill you. I don't even care if I'm in a fight. I'm gonna try and kill you. Ben Reilly's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. And that reporter shows up on the scene, and he's like, damn, I should have brought a camera, not good. And then Venom and Scream are fighting, and Scream starts, kind of beating on him a little bit. And cars are getting smashed, people are getting trapped. And Scarlet Spider the whole time, he's like, yep, he just webbed up his own wound. And he's like, yep, but it's time to get moving. And then he's like, I'll help this chick out first. Then I'm out of here. And then this dude just decides to fall. And he helps him out. And he just keeps remembering that he's a clone. He's not worth anything. He's worthless. What's that? All right. And then, but then he just keeps helping people. Like he wants to leave because he thinks he's bleeding out, but he keeps trying to help people out. And then he goes back in and hits Venom one more time, which I thought it was a smart move. And she's all mad. She's like, "No, don't do it! Like he's got to help me out with my symbiote." And they both fall into the water, and he saves this guy's life, and everyone starts calling him a hero. Reporters talking to him, and this is where the reporter's thought bubble goes. The latest costume hero called the Scarlet Spider. Yes, I like the way that sounds. That's where he got his name, right there, from this reporter guy.
Mhm.
And this is where you see Venom pops up out of the water, and it's not over. The story continues in Web of Spider-Man 119.
Oh no! I wonder what Dee's next book is.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be Web of Spider-Man 125.
That's a random one.
So, yeah, hey, I really like the cover. I think it's a cool Venom image. So I don't know, the cover. I'd give that like a 3.5. I say I really like it. The art's not stunning as hell, but it's still really cool. I'm very particular on how Scarlet Spider is drawn, and I like the really big spider emblem on his chest, and he did that right. And Venom looks really cool too. So 3.5 on the cover. The interior art, um, sometimes it looks wonky, but it still looks fun for me. I don't know, like this image. Like you could critique this one, that his head looks
I
weird
still
and
like
all
it.
that, but I still like it too. I think it works for the art style. And the artist for this book is the one that actually created how he was going to look, and that's Tom Lyle. Um, but yeah, the art inside I thought was really cool. I thought they did a great job with Venom. I want to give the interior art a 4, so that's what I'm doing. The story, um, the story buzzes along, man. I liked it. They show this clone that is really doubting himself. He's not. He doesn't even know why he's doing what he's doing, but he feels compelled to do something. And and it shows how the media affects people. Like this reporter reporting on Venom helped make Ben want to go find him. Um, and so he went after him, and I love the thought bubbles throughout. He's always doubting himself, and then he contradicts himself. It's like, I gotta go, and then he helps save like 4 people's lives. Like, I think that's cool. So
Mhm.
the story, I'm gonna give that a 4. Um, and the end, I like how it ends with, like, Venom's not gone yet,
Mhm.
and it tells you that it's to be continued. So at this time there are 4 monthly Spider-Man titles, and they've given 2 of them to the Scarlet Spider, and that is Spider-Man and Web of Spider-Man. So the story bounces back and forth between those 2 issues, not the Amazing Spider-Man or the Spectacular Spider-Man. Those 2 are for Peter. So overall, I mean, I'm going to give my book. I'll give that book 4. It's a good 4, greater than the sum of its parts. All right. I was going to go with Alan, but all day long, all week long, Matt has been telling us he's going to be late, and he beat me here. So let's make it worth his time to rush through the city, risking his wife's life, running through every red light. Matt, let's
Not
see
quite.
what you got to say.
Mhm.
Yeah, I figured.
The cover is a lot of fun. I like it. I'm going to give it a 4. The cover, like seriously, the cover was really cool. So a 4 for the cover. The interior art, overall, it's fantastic for the 1990s. Who was the artist?
Tom Lyle.
Very good. I liked it. Like, yeah, he had his bumpy moments, but the thing is, he had the backgrounds, he had the action. The key was like his action was very flowing, and I like that about it. Also, it was consistent. Even excuse me, the reporter's coloring, like his shirt and stuff, and that had the proper shadowing, had the proper. It looked really good. So I'm going to give the art a 4 as well. Now the writing, I really liked the parts with the reporter because it actually seemed like there was some things going on, and I also liked Venom's internal dialogue, like and external because he talks out loud, right? But so I honestly think that they did a good job writing again. I'm going to give it a 4 because I enjoyed this story. I liked this one more than the setup one. This one had everybody there, and then never having read it before, when the other one, the other Venomy girl, the girl shows up,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Wow, this is really full," and that's another reason why I give it a 4. It was like, and
There's
again,
more to it,
they managed to make her look distinct too, not just from the coloring, but her her venom-y way was
hair
a
and
different way
stuff,
than Venom's. It was really cool. So overall, I mean, 4. The book's going to get a 4 from me. It's that simple. I enjoyed it. I kind of want to finish this storyline,
Yeah, I thought the same.
and I'm going to pick Biggie.
Okay.
Well, Alan, we always pick.
I'm going
each
to
other.
trash the book then. I'm going to give it the lowest score ever just because you put me last.
Alan, you're up.
All right. So for me, yeah, I don't like it as much as y'all. I'll tell you that. Y'all are kind of like glazing the fuck out of it. A 4 is damn near 5. First of all, the part I didn't like was I get like thinking you're not able to do something or you're not worthy and all that, but when he just flat out told Venom, "Yes, I'm not worthy," like just kill me. That came out of his mouth. That wasn't a thought. So that wasn't doing it for me. Like I kind of was hoping you're a fucking clone of Spider-Man. What are you doubting yourself for? You're strong as shit. He's like, didn't he like lift a car damn near, or he was fucking with like a car?
Yep.
Like, you're fucking strong, dude. Like, you should go in there. I'm fucking this dude. I'm gonna whoop his ass. The whole time he's just like, I don't know if I could do it. And then Scream came out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? But that's cool. Fortunate enough for Ben Riley or Scarlet Spider that she came out of nowhere because Venom might have finished him off the way. I mean, he literally said, "I'm not worthy." He was about ready to die. So I think he's just kind of like lucky at this point. He's like a domino character. Like, he's lucky he's alive. He's lucky that he got them 2 blasts off on Venom. I don't know what's provoking him to do this shit. Like, that's the most interesting part. Like, the shit that's coming out of his mouth and his head isn't matching the actions he's doing. So, you can bite into the whole he's a hero that doubts himself and shit, but I want to see more of that, like, fiery I'm a hero stuff. So I'm gonna go with the cover. The cover, I've graded a lot of covers. It's pretty plain Jane. You do got the Venom tongue coming out. It's not the greatest I've seen. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna give it a 2.75.
Is okay. Refresh my memory for a second. Can Venom use his tongue and manipulate it like a hand, for example?
No.
No. Okay.
It's more of a. It's more
Okay.
like kissing.
All right.
Inside art, I'll give it 3. I did like some of it, but I'm not. I mean, I think I've seen better recently, and I think that I've graded it about around a 3, maybe. I'm trying to keep it as story wise. I think I like the first appearance better. Maybe. Am I tripping? Like, at least we got to see him in action this time, and he did save some people. And he's going after Venom when Venom's like being a good dude. That's another thing I didn't like. Like, Venom's just fucking saving people and shit at this point. Like, what is your beef? I don't understand it yet. Like, I know Venom's a piece of shit. I know that he tried to kill people, but now he's turned the hill. It's not good enough
But
for Scarlet.
remember, his only memories of Venom are ones where he was bad.
He actually doesn't have any memories of Venom. His clone sample happened before Venom exists. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but what he knows of Venom is what you see in the news, and most of that has been from the last 5 years. Like, not even in New York, he's seeing like the national news about Venom, and so he can't understand why Peter is letting this dude exist in the city. Yeah. So that's where he's like, hey, I need to get out of the city, but before I leave, I got to do this.
Okay.
What up, Archivist? Thanks for the shout out on your last video. I appreciate you. Birdman, Legend, good to see y'all. Shit. Thanks for that AOK video too, Legend. That was a good one. All right, so we're at story.
What did you, you gave it a 275 for the cover. Story
2.75 cover, 3 inside art. Story, I'm gonna be a little nicer to the story because I mean, some of it is disconcerting, but it ended up being like a good feel good ending. Like, he can't accept he's a hero, but he is a hero. Like, he's fighting wounded, he's saving people wounded, he's trying to do what's overall right, even though Spider-Man won't. He just doubts himself, and who don't doubt themselves, So I'll give it a fucking 3.75 for story. The story was actually not the worst. And for overall, I will go 3.5.
Before Alan goes, I have to point out that if Biggie is saying 3.75 is not the worst, then what does 4 come on? And which both Big D and I picked for the
all of my shit wasn't 4s. I'll tell you, none of it was a 4, actually. So that was the closest one, yes. All right, let's go, Alan.
Okay, so this book was interesting. I enjoyed it for the most part. Actually did enjoy the first appearance slightly more, just as Biggie was saying. However, so this one is really his first real fight, from what I gather, right? D, is that correct? And
he fought Peter once.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
This is his first real fight against, So, it's one where he's going in not knowing what his capabilities really are. He knows what Peter's capabilities are, but not his own capabilities. And I think that was interesting. And he's a very self-doubting character. And that, I think they play that quite well. I actually enjoy that part about Ben Reilly. I think he makes him a very character because he's learning to be his own person. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing that gradual thing where he's learning to be the hero that he was built to be. And one of the things is with this is really he is a hero. One of the things that I feel like Marvel doesn't understand anymore, like if you watch any of the movies that came out within the last 5 years, they don't know what a hero is. Nowadays, movies, the heroes, they're not really heroes. They basically are always doing stuff for their own self-interest. They're not going out of their way to help others. And that's what a hero is. Somebody that, despite being injured, despite the fact that he's literally bleeding out, or maybe has internal bleeding, he goes out of his way to save others. He puts his life at risk to save others. And that's really what a hero is. And this book was, really showcasing, he's not even just a hero. Like, some people try to be a hero and they go out and they risk their lives to save others, but they do that because they're trying to be a hero. They want to get the fame or whatever it is. this was pure selflessness. This was him. He didn't even consider himself a hero. He was just doing what he knew to be the right thing to do. And that's really heroic. So I really enjoyed that element of the story. Now, for me, one of the weaknesses of the story was actually Scream. It's bringing in just I would have liked to have seen Ben Reilly fight Venom a bit more. And I would have liked to seen that a little bit more fleshed out. But I feel like I know why they did it, because they wanted another book, another part to the story. And they wanted to bring in this other character to add more to the Venom side of the story. I could see why they did it, but it was like, there's something that really bothers me. They do it in movies all the time, where, two characters are on the same side, right? They're both good people, and they're both with good intentions, but they're fighting each other. And there's this miscommunication that happens between them. And if they just said, hey, I'm trying to do this for a good reason. Oh, that's the same reason I'm trying to do something good.
But Alan,
they just had
you've just described every Marvel superhero meeting another Marvel superhero throughout history.
It drives me crazy. I know. That's the thing. It's a trope. And it's a trope that I hate. I always hated that trope. I hate when they just 1 second, and like Scream, even with Venom, they could have said, hey, just 1 second, just let me talk to you for a second. Stop trying to kill me. Just 1 second. Let's try to work this out. And talk, people. Use your words, not your superpowers. Okay. So that bothers me. I always get annoyed by that. So that's, for me, just a bit of an irritation. The other thing is, that was a big thing. I forgot my other thought, but okay. So let me get into my scores. I actually liked the cover. I give it a 3.5. If it had a sexy girl on it, if Scream was on the cover and she was doing her sexy thing, I would have liked it a bit more. But she's kind of a sexy character. I liked her. I like actually on this one, it's not necessarily the Venom and Ben Reilly part that I like. It's actually the top part. I like the way there was the webbing in the back of the trade dress. I actually kind of like that. I think it really works. So overall, I think it's a 3.5. It's a pretty cool cover. Interior art for me was, some places were sort of really cool. Like the panel that Dee showed was really awesome. And there's other panels that were kind of similar, but there's other parts I thought were just a little wonky. Especially parts with Scream, which was weird. I actually really thought she looked cool, but there was a few wonky things with that. So I'll give that a 3.5 as well. For me, the writing, as I said, if it wasn't for the fact that they just one thing, this is the comment I want to say about the writing. One of the things that I love about good writing is when the writer predicts what the audience is thinking. So when Venom slashed Ben Reilly, I was thinking, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Ben Reilly used the webbing to kind of as a Band-Aid? And the very next thing is he does that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then there was another thing where, all these people are getting collateral damaged, as Scream and Venom are fighting. Wouldn't it be cool if Ben actually just went around saving them? Oh, next thing, So it was I felt like the writer was really getting into the mind of the reader, and I thought that was really, really well done. So things like that I enjoyed. For me, the writing was a 3.5, just because of that Scream part, and just use your words, people. Please use your words. Overall, it's a 3.5 because all 3.5s all the way through. But I did enjoy it.
All right. I'll get the total and we can discuss the book. 14.
Now, Biggie, one of the things you talked about was where he kind of admitted that he was a fake, and he seemed to give up. To me, that didn't bother me at all. He was already doubting himself going in. He's I I know it's like a lot of panels, but it's like 15 seconds into the fight, and
Mhm.
Venom is literally just gouged out his guts. Um, it made him feel like he wasn't worthy of doing what he was even trying to do.
Yeah,
And
you
Venom
picked
was
a hard one to
is
choose his first fight.
yeah, and Venom was literally insulting him about being a fake at the moment. And like he thinks he's cooked. He's like, yeah, I am a fake. And it probably was a moment of like, what am I even doing here? Like this was not a
Yeah.
good not a good time.
The total is
So
58.25. I can't get rid of the freaking porn. Oh, there it goes. So right after he got gutted, he rips this door out, and he don't just like rip the door out. He starts saying like, "I'm not or I'm not. I can't do anything. I'm just a clone." He literally throws the fucking car while
no,
saying
he's
this.
strong. He's strong.
He's strong right after he got his guts ripped out, and then he's doing this gnarly like I don't see Spider-Man pulling at the cord like he looks like the greatest web slinger ever, and
Well,
finishes
even
him
when
off.
he saved that woman jumping from the bridge in the previous thing, he calculated the fact that before it didn't work because, if you don't, if you catch them too quickly, they will snap their neck.
This
So
panel right here kills me
he's a
because
thinker.
like D said, he's telling him like you're a fake and shit, and he's just like this is where he's about to die, and this would have been his last words if it wasn't for Shriek. Yes, I am a fake.
Mhm.
So that resonated with me, And then he's like, Venom's like, okay, you're a fake, then you die. And he was about ready to fucking die. So
So
he's a lucky fucking guy, man. Got some luck.
I
on his side.
actually see this as being very similar to Empire Strikes Back. When Luke meets Darth Vader and they fight for the first time, and he gets his hand chopped off. Okay. And he sort of built himself up to be a Jedi and blah blah blah, and he thought he was real Jedi, and then he gets basically cut down. He gets cut down, and he feels like he's a fake. This is kind of like one of those hero journeys, where you go up against your biggest foe, and you totally fail. You totally fail, so that the next time you fight them, you're going to be just up your game a bit. I think that's part of the hero's arc, and I think that's an important part of the hero's arc to meet failure.
This book came out at 72.8%, and it is number 25 overall.
Okay.
Cool, man. It was a goodie. I mean, I scored it above average. I was the lowest. I think Alan was second, and
Matt was the highest, actually.
Matt was the highest. And
Matt, it doesn't. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't take much to make me happy when it comes to comic books.
Yeah, you're usually pretty soft on comics.
I'm just happy to be invited to the party.
I'm glad D was not so rough on his own book today. That's to me. That's a victory.
Yeah, no, well, but at the same time, like I'm reading this, I can still see the flaws. Like the scream part of it did nothing for me. Like it was like, wow, good for you, bro. Like just as you're about to die, his symbiote offspring like strolls up and like interferes. And instead of him going, give me a second, and then killing him, he goes, ah, and he freaks out and tries to kill her. Like he couldn't have asked for and then the other part of the writing that bothered me is like, Alan, you talked about how he calculated the bridge swing to save that girl in the last issue.
I really enjoyed
So
that.
it shows, yeah, and he is very smart, but he had no plan whatsoever to fight Venom.
No.
So either you saw him thinking about it on his way there, like, yeah, this guy's stronger than any of the villains that I have memories of fighting. And he still just went in. He had no plan other than I'm going to square up.
Yeah,
And
that was a bad choice.
like,
Yeah.
so courage, but stupidity. And but maybe that changes later on in the series.
Yeah, I sort of felt like he was going in, like one of the things that like I did judo for a long time. One of the things is you can go into a fight and you think, oh my goodness, this guy's twice my size. He's just going to totally trash me, and you'll lose every time. If you go in with that mindset that you're going to lose, you've already lost the battle before you even fought it. I felt like Ben Reilly did that, where he kind of went into the battle with a little bit of that loser mentality. And I think the part of the reason for that is that he is a bit of a loser. He, in his own way, like he feels like he's not worthy of the mantle. And I think he kind of is putting himself, in that kind of loser.
When does he lose that? Does he ever lose the self-doubt? I know he does. Like, but how long does it take? Right.
It takes a while because, and here's the deal. Like, this is we're in the Clone Saga right now.
Mm-hmm.
I will end any picks of the Clone Saga after the 4th issue. That we just went to number 2. Clone Saga goes on for over 2 years.
Right.
So eventually he does become very, very confident in his abilities.
I
Eventually he becomes Spider-Man, and is fully like ready to take over that role.
Mhm.
But it does take some time because in the meantime, he just like you got to remember he's literally like 5 years old in this book.
Yeah. That's funny.
The first like chunk of his life is all fake, and everything he knows and everything he thinks, feels was put there, and that messes with him because it's in his head. He can't lose it, but he still knows it's not real.
He's 5 years old with the pre-existence of a 20-year-old man, though, right?
Yeah. So, and when he realized he was a clone in the story later on, like they go back to like when he realizes he was the clone, he like left town and just kind of became a wandering drifter for 5 years, and just tried to stay out of everything. And then he got tired and lonely and started calling Aunt May on the phone and claiming to be a long lost cousin. And and that's how he eventually came back, because he found out she was sick. So yeah, it's an interesting story. There's so many parts that are good, but there's so many that are bad.
It makes me appreciate the what if the clone spider, that one issue, the what if with the clone. I like that.
What if the clone had lived?
Okay. Yeah, that was much better to me for some reason. But you guys know this guy?
Who?
Shit, I have issues. The thing won't scroll up high
I
enough.
have comic issues.
Yeah, he's a pretty big channel, man. I think.
Yeah. No, I've seen him.
I think he got like a 9.0 for ASM 5. The Doom Spider-Man.
Oh, I've been trying to get that book I think it's 6, where it's crossover with Doom.
Yeah, he's a good collector, I think.
Was it 5?
What up, A. Aaron? Even more VIP is A. Aaron, of course.
Yeah.
But good to see I have issues. I believe that's who that guy is. Let me know if I'm right. Hear me.
I gotta say hi to Aaron. His father-in-law had a rough couple weeks here. I hope he's feeling better.
Oh, shout out to Aaron's father-in-law, guys. Hope
you're right. It's 5. It's issue 5.
I imagine that I'm right. Who would have known? All
right.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. What do you got for us, Alan?
Okay. So last time I did the first appearance of the Black Hood, which is a cool MLJ character. Now we're going to do another MLJ character, because I think MLJ characters are pretty awesome, actually. And this one is kind of a cool book. It's Pep's Comics number 17, first appearance of the Hangman.
Hey, it's a great book.
Did we have to
so
guess?
What we're going to do is freeze inside.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm wrong. Go ahead.
What?
Did it take that long for them to screw up the letters so that they got the Hangman?
You know what I was going to say? Was that I was going to say that's Stan Lee's first villain, but it's not, because it's his first villain is what's his name, ain't it?
Captain America? I
No,
don't know, but no.
it's that blue
His
blue
first
guy.
villain is some other character.
So,
Yeah.
do you
Yeah,
want us to read the whole book, or do you want just the Hangman story?
It's a Hangman story, so it's a fairly short story. Hangman's pretty awesome. This is actually a kind of a big book, not just because it's the first appearance of the Hangman, but it's the first time a costume hero dies in a comic.
Oh wow.
Oh,
It's actually a pretty big book.
is it in the story we're reading?
Yep, it's in the story that
Okay.
we're reading too.
Yeah.
So it's a good story. I just read it before coming on tonight, so definitely a good story. Hopefully you guys like it as much. Yeah, so that's Pep Comics number 17. First appearance of the Hangman.
All right, I'll take.
Yeah, so I think Pep, like the MLJ characters are really, I think they're coming into their own. I think, good investment opportunity.
All right, it was. I was thinking of the Destroyer. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yes, that's another big character. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Destroyer.
Hangman's
people
dope.
really love the Destroyer. If you ever try to pick up his first appearance, really crazy expensive.
Oh yeah, it says right here. It's I don't know what issue. Mystic Comics 6. Is that right? Sounds about right.
Yep, that's right. Sounds right. I knew it was Mystic.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, actually, by the way, you speaking of not first appearances, but kind of first appearances. You know how you were into the Sandman, Biggie?
Mm-hmm.
I bid on it, but I didn't win. They had the very first, the Adventure number 40. That full cover with the Sandman, a classic cover. They had a 1/8
40.
Adventure 40. It's like a classic cover with the Sandman.
Oh, you're talking about Golden Age Sandman.
Yes.
Oh, that
So
sounds like
I tried to buy it. It went. I think I bid up to like 9,000. It went to
shit, dude, that's the biggest one.
16,000. It's like that wasn't even close.
That's the real first appearance. That's a crazy book.
Well, it's one that used to be considered the first appearance until Steven messed it all up.
It's the money book. It's the big first. But you could say it the other way if you want. I'll say it the way I want. You say it the way you want.
Yeah, they say it. They call it the first full cover appearance.
Yeah,
that's what they call it. As a way
well,
to get
some
around.
people call it the first appearance.
Yeah, but it isn't.
Don't fucking twist it just because you want to. Alex.
So yeah,
you can call it what you want. I'll call it what I want. All right. So for my channel, I got Collector Club Friday. Tomorrow night we're doing the Hot 5 Commandments with TM Nerdy, and I did a 2 to 4 today, and I feel like I did something else not too long ago. Anyways, we keep it busy over here, just hanging out and shit. I got an AOK from Legion, some other whatnot. What you got going on, Matt?
Well, on Sunday, I have Kate coming on the Superman show, and maybe Nate. I'm just trying to waiting to hear his finalization. If that happens, we're going to have a Silver Age good time over on the Superman show. And Friday night, I've got Alan's show, and then hopefully Comic Club, Collectors Club. And then Tuesday, I have Robbie Josephs coming to show us Captain Marvel books on Tuesday. So,
all right. Thank you, sir.
Oh, one sec here. Is it me?
I checked out your Silver Age.
I was like responding to somebody. Somebody's screaming.
Were you telling on me about the Adventure 40 to step up? Is that what you're doing?
No. So actually, I'm going to be competing with Matt on Sunday in terms of shows. I'm going to be on somebody else's show. I forgot the channel.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was trying to look it up so I could give you guys the channel. It is. It's in my thing here. I have no idea.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bum rush you. Just
No,
kind
no.
of talk about your other shows and maybe it'll come to your mind.
Yeah, so it's one of these another comic channel. I'm going to be on that. It's just going to be an interview though. They don't want me to show any books. I was like, do you want me to bring books? And they're like, no, just an interview about YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be doing that. And I had my video today went kind of viral. It's almost up to 1,000 views already.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was basically talking about bonnets, how they destroy comics. Basically, they just go around stamping all their comics. And so that was, I definitely recommend that video. It was I think it was a good one. And then tomorrow I'll be on part 2 of my random unboxing, which has some pretty great stuff in it. Actually, it's a pretty good unboxing. It's consistently good. There's not like a bunch of crap. There's only one video that's kind of crap, but one part is like a whole bunch of free stuff, but it's just, that's the only part that's bad. But the rest are really good. And then on Sunday, I do my hot 10, books of the week. So that should be pretty good. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm really trying to think of something to do for Saturday. I think I will try to record a room tour at some point. Oh, I actually have a really big thing that's happening tomorrow. I'm going to try to buy a Golden Age collection.
Hey.
Cool.
Yeah, a big collection. It's not me buying it. I'm basically acting as a buyer for somebody else, for Yaniv. And I'm going to try to buy Nefaris's collection, Matt. So
Really? Wow.
yeah,
He's selling his personal collection or just from the store?
from the store, the one that he bought. He bought that other guy's collection. I'm going to be going tomorrow, and I'm going to try to. I'm doing a sort of private live stream with Yaniv where I'll be going through the collection and hopefully selling.
Oh, so he's not letting you like fly blind. He's still going to help you pick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I was going to say that's a lot of faith in you. Shit.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool. I already kind of checked out the.
When are you doing that tomorrow?
I'll
Tell me
probably
offline.
I'll probably go around like 1, 12 or 1, between 12 and 1.
All right, man.
So, yeah.
If you think of that show while we're still talking, just shout it out, man.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm gonna look it up while we're.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, I think it's panel by panel.
Panel by panel.
No. Is it? Maybe.
That's Thomas O'Donnell.
No, that's not it. No, it's not panel by panel. Sorry, panel. Sorry, Thomas.
No, you're fine. You just keep thinking about it. We'll shout out D real quick. So, as we were talking about, Aaron's a good friend of ours, and hopefully his stepdad's doing good. And that was
He just posted that his dad is doing okay. His stepdad.
Oh, yeah. I have comic issues.
That's the dude that was just in the chat, bro.
It's the guy that's in the thing.
Yeah, he was the guy in the chat. He's got a great channel.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'll be talking about YouTube and YouTube channels on
what the hell? That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I think he's from Portland, but anyway, D, it's fun to learn more about your Scarlet Spider. You got anything you want to shout out?
Not really, man. This is the home of D-Runk on the Biggie Shack Network.
Thank you so much. Glad to have you. Wouldn't have it any other way. All right. So next week, you guys heard him, First Hangman. Be there or be square, dude. Check us out on our respectable channels, and we appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody, that stopped by and checked it out. And Alan will be hanging out with I Have Comic Issues. So see y'all later. # enjoy.
Biggie. Biggie.